There's this new term that I actually just learned. It goes like Coram Deo. Now, what that means, it basically means before the face of God. And by saying before the face of God, I mean being in the presence of God. There's this idea that when you are in the presence of the glory of God, you are never to remain the same. The way you come in and you experience the glory of God is not the same way you're going to come out of that place where you experience the glory of God. And the idea of Coram Deo, it basically means being with God or living with the consciousness that God is always with you. Now, what that does to one is it makes you think of your actions. It makes you think of living with integrity, which is what you ought to do as a Christian. We simply just disregard them simply because we think or we don't think that God is over here with us. But allowing that, the mentality or the consciousness that God is always with you, you're going to live with the integrity. And it is not only for that, but it is only true that God is here and watching you. And so whatever it is that you do, you have to live that term. You have to live in the presence of God. Now, when I say in the presence of God, I don't mean any other words except for that. What I mean is exactly in the presence of God, is doing what you are doing in private, knowing that God is with you. Now, when David was a shepherd, he was still in the presence of God. He was living coram deo with God, and then he was exalted and still in the presence of God. So when you are under or in a private place, you have to live with God, and then you can't just wait for the moment where you are up on a high level and then you start living in the presence of God or living with the consciousness that God is with you.